Hey and welcome to my channel. My name is Heather and this is the Fluffy Oracle. Today's reading is going to be all about why you shouldn't quit your job before you watch this video and what messages you need to most hear in order to know exactly the right way to go about things, if you should really quit your job or if you should kind of just stick it out and find another one beforehand before you make that leap. So, for your choices today for pile 1, we have the Bowser Jr. for pile 1. We have Dr. Mario for pile number 2. And for pile number 3, my favorite, the Piranha Plant. So, timestamps will be down below as usual for your convenience in the description box, as well as in the first comment for my mobile users to be able to skip around to your allotted time slot. Please feel free to hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and consider joining our big happy family and smacking that bell a little bit just to get all your notifications for whenever I upload new videos and new content. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right in and see what you most need to know before you quit your job. Alrighty, so for my loves who chose pile number 1, Bowser Jr., let's get into this. So we have Integrity, Gifted, and Celestial. The Celestial card actually looks to me kind of like almost like a 4-leaf clover. So for me, I feel like there's a bit of luck coming in your way with this because you are truly talented and gifted. But what I'm feeling with the Integrity card is that you've been somehow doubting yourself and letting others influence you into feeling like you aren't talented, like you aren't gifted, like you don't have a purpose, and you're wondering what your purpose is for your life purpose. And although we wish that could just be handed to us as like a manuscript saying, here you go, here's what your purpose is, here, follow that. We don't all get that. Well, we don't get the memo, unfortunately. So, but know that you are special, you are talented, and that there is a bit of luck behind you in making this decision. You will find that purpose, and I feel like that you just really need to kind of have a little bit more belief in yourself and just keep kind of pushing and trucking along and kind of one step after the other with this journey and figuring out what exactly it is that you're supposed to be doing right now, if that's what's been on your mind lately. I do have some tarot cards that I'm going to use as some expansion, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shuffle these tarot cards because I pulled from about 3 different tarot decks and see what the actual order is that they need to come out in, to make it a little bit more interesting instead of just laying them out in an orderly fashion. So the first one out that wants to pop out is the Temperance card. So there needs to be an equal give and take, and trying to figure out an actual balance that's harmonious for you in order to have your home life and your business life, and in order to kind of make that balance so that you're not giving too much of yourself or too little of yourself. The next card I have out is the Hermit, or no, not the Hermit, the High Priestess. So listening to your intuition is what's most called for. And I feel like you've been having these intuitive nudges that you kind of feel like you don't really belong much anymore for where it is you currently are working, which is kind of making you feel like you're a little bit lost and like you really need to figure out what your life purpose is and what your dream job actually is. We have the 9 of Cups. So with the 9 of Cups, I feel like you guys are going to be having that wish fulfillment. You will find that dream job because you are gifted. And if you take a little bit of time to kind of reflect and kind of go within and think about what exactly it is that you truly love to do, that you kind of feel like you're really skilled at, give that a shot. Kind of look around, see what you want to do, play with some ideas. Because by doing that, you have the 9 of Pentacles. It's going to bring you that absolute dream life, that laugh of luxury, that kind of ease and peace of mind of having everything and having all that abundance that you most really want and desire. And then we have the 3 of Wands. I feel like your ships are going to definitely be coming in, but you need to kind of look at everything through the magnifying glass here, especially if you're signing contracts with a new job, and reading all the fine print and seeing exactly what is asked of you and kind of really taking all of that into consideration and making the most important decision from there. So that way it's not like you're jumping from the frying pan into the fire by trying to get a new job. You're kind of looking before you leap, so to say. And then we have the 5 of Swords for the after tarot. But in this card, he's depicted as being victorious, regardless kind of almost the same way as in the regular tarot image. So in this battle that you're kind of going back and forth with in your head, you will be victorious about it, but also choosing the right battle and kind of thinking about your questions and not making things so difficult for yourself and not feeling so defeated either by others kind of showing off and being like, oh, well, I'm better than you. No, they're not. You're just as good. You just need to kind of let them do their own thing and ignore them and kind of figure out where it is that you belong in the long run. And then we have the devil in reverse. So you will be able to break free from this. You'll be able to break free from all the imprisonment that you feel and kind of feeling so trapped at this one job and that feeling of like loneliness there too and being isolated. I feel like you'll be able to break free and out of that cage and discover all that's hidden from you because we have the moon in reverse. I feel like you'll finally be able to discover those hidden talents that you once had, and you'll be finally able to discover your life purpose because we have the Ace of Wands, and it will lead you definitely to a new beginning and a prosperous one at that, because it'll help to give you the satisfaction and the knowing and the accomplishments that you've finally been able to bring things into fruition and to make that new beginning, and that you made the right choice. Even though you still might have your guard up for a little while, it's okay to feel that way, but know that you're not alone in this situation because you do have friends and family around you that can help you with this and that you can turn to and talk to. And then we have the Lovers. So with the Lovers card, I feel like this partnership that could be coming in for you, you could actually have a partnership in a home business or whatever with either your friend or your spouse, however you choose to look at it, or whoever you choose to go into business with, sharing ideas with each other and going back and forth. And that'll help you to also realize your life purpose and figure out what exactly it is you're really good at. Talk to people, see exactly what they notice in you that you might not actually notice. And then we have the Hierophant in reverse. So with the Hierophant in reverse, I feel like definitely taking some time to review this chapter of your life and kind of rewriting it is what's mostly going to be asked for and called for with thinking about things. Because it's going to take some time in order to put things into perfect harmonious balance, because you have the Six of Pentacles with giving and receiving. You have to give in order to get. There's always got to be an equal energy exchange in this in order to have the right outcome and in order to kind of be fair about things. Weigh your pros and cons. See where you would be better off. Maybe going into like some part-time and concentrating on doing something else in the meantime on your off hours while working part-time, going from one job to another and kind of making sure you have that consistency with a smooth balance of moving from one opportunity to the next, so that way that you don't have a loss in funds, and so that there is an equal give and take, and so that you have like a maintained abundance is what I'm getting. Alrighty, so these are your messages. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading and that this resonated with you. If you need any further help, I have an email address down below if you would like to book a personal reading with me, and we can go from there. So without further ado, I will see you guys next video, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Thanks, and love yous. Alrighty, so for my Loves Who Chose pile number 2, the Dr. Mario, let's figure out exactly what we can do to help you with this. So right away, I'm really drawn to the Divinity card. I feel like things are kind of happening in its own divine timing for you, and that you've been thinking about things for like a while now, but I also feel like you've been getting some divinely timed ideas, some aha moments coming in, because I'm really attracted to this looking kind of like a crown chakra type of energy coming into this, what looks like a little figure of a dude down here. But they're asking you, your guides and angels are asking you to have faith and keep faith in yourself and know that you are headed in the right direction. It's just taking its time to get there. Because we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you know exactly what it is you want. You have all these ideas for abundance and you know how to put the plan into action. You're just kind of needing to take some more time and have a little bit more faith in yourself in order to make these plans be put into action. And you have the strength to do it. You have the mentality to get there, and the will and the drive to get there is what I get with the Strength card. And then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So the worst is behind you. So if you've already left the job, for some of you, I feel like the worst is behind you and that the best is yet to come. And that you are kind of headed there on a direct course is what I'm getting with those. And then we have the Hierophant. So with the Hierophant card, I feel like there's a certain aspect of duality to this. There's a good and there's a bad side to this. There's an upside and there's a downside. Equal opposites, as above, so below, is what I get with this. So think about the pros and cons of whichever job that you are deciding to take, for those of you who have already quit, and for those of you who have not quit. Think about the pros and cons and see where it would land you. Kind of try and think it out strategically in order to make the best move. And in order to go from one job to the next smoothly without losing any income or any abundance or financial having any financial issues, is what I'm trying to say. You could always just cut down your hours and kind of look for another job in your spare time that would be a better match for you, that you think you might actually enjoy a little bit more. Or you could always just wing it, because I'm really attracted to the wings, but I don't really suggest that, because there's always an upside and a downside. Because we have the Five of Pentacles here. Sorry, I had to look at that for a minute because I haven't really used these cards in a while. But the Five of Pentacles. If you wing it, this could be your outcome, with the Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold, having a tower moment, and going, holy fuck, what did I just do? I'm just saying. You don't want to have that moment. You want to focus on staying in your power and having the ideas in order to propel you forward and making the best decision. Because with the Wheel of Fortune, things are changing. They are going to be working in your favor. But remember, this too shall pass is the common phrase with this card. What goes up definitely comes right back down. And remember, even if you're down now, that time will be passing and soon you'll be back up. We have the King of Cups. I know that this might be really wreaking havoc on your emotions and fucking with your mental, but you have to be strong and be able to work through this. Think about your pros and cons, like I've been saying, so that you don't end up with this Five of Pentacles type of situation in your life. Because right now you're at a crossroads with the Two of Wands in reverse. You're really not seeing the upside to this, is what I'm feeling with this. And it's really important for you to kind of get back into your headspace and stay out of the Five of Cups type of energy. Because the Five of Cups type of energy is kind of feeling a lack and a loss, even though you still have two cups behind you that you could be focusing on with still, some benefits to it. So that kind of leads me back to what I was saying before with cut back on some hours. Take some personal time to yourself to figure out exactly what it is you want to do and what direction it is you want to take. Because we have the Ace of Pentacles. There's definitely some hope for you coming in. It may seem small now, but this smallness can turn into a really large thing later on. Because it's an ending and a new beginning with the World card. So there's definitely going to be an ending to this old job. It's just going to take its time to get there. And it's better if you kind of just slow down, take a minute, think about your options, weigh them out, and kind of see where things go. Pan it out. And if you have to, like I said before, kind of cut down your hours, focus on yourself by taking some me time and kind of putting your little feelers out there with your resume, seeing what's, available to you that might actually pique your interest. But also look at all the fine print and look before you leap, so you don't have that Five of Pentacles moment where you're feeling a sense of lack and left out in the cold and feeling like, holy crap, what have I just done? And having to try and pull yourself back from nothing. Alrighty? So These are your messages. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading and that it made sense for you and that it does help you. If you're new here, go ahead and consider subscribing. If none of these messages resonated with you, please know that these are a general reading for tons and tons of people. And if you would like, you can book a personal reading with me, and then I can hone in on your personal energy and try and help you a little bit better that way. So feel free to hit me up. The information for that will be down below in the description box as usual. Know that I love you, and I will see you guys next video. So for my loves who chose pile number 3, the Piranha Plant, my favorite little amiibo that I've gotten lately. Let's see what we have for you. We have birthing, write, and manifest. So I feel like if you take some time now while you're contemplating with wanting another job, with writing down exactly what it is you're looking for and trying to manifest it that way, I feel like writing down in a manifestation journal would be a great benefit for you, because I feel like once you start writing, you'll start kind of coming up with a whole lot of new ideas, which is where the birthing card comes in. And I feel like while you're doing that with all these new ideas, it's going to give you some new generated ideas for what types of jobs you might actually be interested in and kind of things to look for in order to benefit you and bring in more abundance for you and kind of give you a new point of view so that you can get out of feeling kind of so defeated and emotionally, like, because I feel like some of you feel really, really, really emotionally drained by your jobs, and that you really are lacking the emotional fulfillment, and that you feel kind of almost defeated and like you really need to walk away, and you're having that kind of like antsy feeling from seeing it that way. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So definitely a lot of emotional lack. Like, I feel like you've poured so much of yourself into what you're doing now emotionally that you feel really, really, really super drained, because you've given so much of yourself to this job and you've made such a commitment to it that it's just sucked you dry, is what I'm getting. There is hope, and there are some messages that will be coming in for you, whether it's from another job or not. If you've put a resume in or an application in, I feel like you'll be hearing back from them shortly. But I feel like you should really kind of understand fully what it is you're going to be getting into and know the truth about it. Even though it was a good decision, it could be something that could kind of like be the straw that breaks the camel's back in this, where it's going to kind of make you feel almost overloaded. Especially if you're thinking about picking up a second job, don't do that, because you're going to end up dropping the ball and feeling so overloaded that you're just going to be just done and drop everything. And it's going to make you feel so defeated and like you can't be satisfied. And you're going to miss opportunities by doing that to yourself, by kind of like letting yourself get so drained that it's going to end up causing you to miss an opportunity or even squandering it. So try and make the best decision that you can. Weigh out your options, pros and cons. And if you have to, just try and cut back a little bit off of your workload so that you don't drop everything. Kind of try and take back control of this and get a hold of it before it gets out of control, is what I'm getting with this. Because once you're able to do that, it'll help you to have a new beginning and not squander the gifts that are being handed to you, and kind of like give back to yourself, or even be able to share with others and nurture what's going on around you. The feeling that I'm getting with this, with looking at the Four of Cups while he's pouring it out, because we have the Four of Cups twice, I feel like you'll be able to take advantage of this opportunity once you're able to take back control and power over your situation and really think about what it is that you truly want with this manifestation journal and writing all your thoughts and ideas down. And you'll be able to give back not only to yourself but to others, and even the environment around you, is what I'm getting. I feel like you'll be able to give back to the environment. Somehow I feel like this is an environmental type of job that you might actually be really interested in, and that it'll be able to make you feel like you're actually contributing to society, like you're being able to actually give back to the community and those around you as much as the environment. is what I'm getting with this. And I feel like you'll be actually really satisfied with it instead of feeling a lack. But they're asking you to kind of be careful and watch it with your surroundings. And like I said, with kind of read everything, read the fine print, know what you're getting into instead of kind of walking blindly into the abyss and kind of almost falling off a cliff. You don't really want to do that. So think about a lot of things, weigh your pros and cons out, see what ideas you can come up with, and kind of explore each and every single one just to see exactly where your options would lead you. And try and see how you can get some more emotional fulfillment out of that so that it can help you to feel like you're actually being able to contribute to society as much as yourself and the environment around you. Alrighty? So, these are your messages. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading and that this actually resonated with you. If it didn't resonate with you, please feel free to book a personal reading with me so that I can actually focus on you specifically instead of thousands of other people out there that watch my videos, and actually help you out a little bit deeper than just a general reading. Alrighty? So, thank you guys so much for taking the time out to check this video out and for liking and subscribing to my channel. Know that I love you, and I will see you guys next video.
I'm dreaming.